Last week, the Combine wrapped up, so now we're in full swing as they get ready for the NFL Draft. We head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason, the uncut version, to hear what fans want to see the Browns do in the 2022 Draft.
Yeah, this is Mandela Moore. And what's up, Dave, by the way? But I've been thinking, what if the Browns want to try that draft a quarterback and sitting for a year method like the Chiefs or a couple other successful teams we know of, and they draft Malik Willis with that 13 overall pick if he's still there, and then they try to go for like a receiver like Christian Watson. I just been watching a little bit of Christian Watson's film, and he do got a spark to him. And I just was really wondering what you and your guys' opinion would be on.
Hi, James Tyler here. As you know, the last 3 drafts, there's been somebody that's dropped from the first round into the second round, and the Browns have grabbed them up because of injury concerns or whatever. Greedy Williams, Grad Delpit, JOK. What the Browns grabbed up their first round pick is one of the stud receivers they need. Say Garrett Wilson, for example. And one of the other 2 receivers that are supposed to be sure first rounders drops into the second round because of the injury concerns, and they end up with Jameson Williams or I can't think of the other guy's name. I think it's Drake with the ankle injury. But do you think the Browns might double dip in the receiver pool? Hey, thank you very much. I was just wondering what your thoughts were. You have a great day.
Here's what I would like the Browns to do in this offseason. First of all, I really don't want them to pick a quarterback. I don't want them to grab a quarterback in free agency because you're just asking for more money that you're going to need to pay. And it's been shown lately that the receivers coming out of college are pretty good to start off with. So anyway, I would look, upgrade my defense to the free agency if I had to. But as far as, I would say, offensively, here's what I like the Browns to do. First, I'd like them to take Drake London, 6'5" receiver. Pretty good. And I think he'd start off immediately being good. After that, I'd like the Browns to go see if they can get Carson Strong, 6'4" quarterback. So right now you got a 6'5" receiver, 6'4" quarterback. You don't have to pay him a lot of money right now. Drake will start off right away. Carson Strong will have to sit for a year. Then I'd come right back. After that, go back to Nevada and I'd grab Cole Turner, their 6'6" tight end. By the way, the quarterback will already be familiar with those after his year is up. Then I'd come right back to Nevada one more time and I'd grab the 6'2" receiver, Romeo Dobbs. All these guys, you don't have to pay them big money for a while. That's how you do it right there. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks. Bye.
Hey there, bud. Got one question. Why doesn't the Browns pick a quarterback that stands over 6 foot tall? Like maybe 6'5"? Somebody taller. It seems like the last quarterbacks we've had, the last, 5, 6, they've been small quarterbacks. Why don't we try a big one? Why don't we go that route? I'm not saying not going to say Baker's got to go, but why don't we try a taller, bigger quarterback? Just want to know. Thank you.
So, last time I talked to you guys, I wanted the Browns to draft, in this order, Drake London, Carson Strong, Cole Turner, and Romeo Dobbs. The reason why I wanted the Cole Turner and Romeo Dobbs is because, if you remember, last year, the Bengals drafted a receiver that their quarterback was already familiar with. He turned out to be very good, and how'd that work out? The reason why I want Carson Strong and I want him to sit for a year is because the Browns always throw their quarterback in the first year. How's that worked out? So, like I said, he'd be familiar with those two guys because they were already on his team. Besides the fact that everybody is 6'2" to 6'5". We need bigger players. I wouldn't mind, drafting Garrison, but I got a feeling Garrison will get hit and hurt within the first year. They're just too small. I wanted bigger players. And I would just address the defense in the draft, and then pick some players later. That's all I had to say. Thanks. Bye.
I was just calling in today to see what y'all would think about the Browns drafting defensive tackle Jordan Davis out of Georgia University, because as I watch his film a little bit, I'm not too deep into it, but man, his film, he looked like the second coming of Vince Wilfork, and somebody like that on the defensive line with Myles Garrett and maybe Jadeveon Clowney, if they can resign him, or whoever they get behind them out, man, Jordan Davis looks like the truth at defensive tackle.
Hey, what's up, Dave? Shouting you out for always looking presentable on camera, buttoned up, blazer, and pocket square. Extremely fresh. This voicemail is in reference to Mary Kay Cabot's mock draft when she had the Browns selecting Malik Willis, the quarterback, at our number 13th pick. I love the pick. We have to remember, nowadays, quarterbacks are always overdrafted based on potential. We're not drafting him necessarily to come in and be the day one starter, but we are drafting him based on his developmental potential and possibly being able to push Baker Mayfield if he's ready to be our starter. We can always find receivers in later rounds. And I wanted to bring up the point about the Patriots. If you remember, the Patriots, their number one receivers were tight ends, and they had many successful winning years featuring tight ends as their number one receivers. I believe the Browns are built the same way. We have Njoku, we have Hooper, we have Bryant, three very capable tight ends that we can feature as our number one receivers if we choose to draft receivers who may need time to develop. Think about this. How often is a receiver drafted, comes in and makes an immediate impact? That guy is an immediate star. He's everything that we need to help us get over the top. Hey, I hope you feature my voicemail. Thanks again.